Welcome back to my channel. I am your favorite Bratz doll, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is a kind of story time, kind of warning. So as you can see by my title, my mother got scammed yet again. Okay, this time it was a little different though. I really feel like when people get to a certain age, like when your parents get to a certain age, you should probably monitor the things they're doing on the internet because it can land them in some trouble. Just to give you guys a backstory, as you guys know, my mom is diabetic and she also has a lot of different body problems, like her joints and stuff aching and pains and stuff like that. And some of it is brought on from the diabetes, but the other part of it is just getting up in age. So because she does have body pains, she has tried a lot of different things for her pain and to manage her pain. But a few years ago, maybe I'm going to say more 7+ years ago, the doctor had recommended CBD for her or various cannabis treatments. But this is before it was actually legalized in Canada, so you could really only get it that way if it was medicinal. And so once my mom had tried all these things and her doctor decided that nothing's working for you, I'm gonna have to put you on this, my mom was opposed to it because of a lot of different reasons, but like one of the main reasons was that was always kind of looked down upon in the Christian world. And at that point in her life, she's always been really spiritual, but she wasn't really awake, right? Now she's super woke in the spirituality side of things, and so her understanding of things is completely different. Her relationship with God is completely different. So back then she was opposed to cannabis of any kind, even if it's just CBD, because she just was taught that, you know. Ganja has a real a stigma to it, you know. Some people don't agree with the use of it and others do, and so that's kind of where she was, between a rock and a hard place, because like I have this pain, I want to fix the pain or treat the pain, but I don't want to do this. And so the doctor finally said she's gonna go on it, and she gave her all the information and hooked her up basically. But like my mom still kind of had to ease herself into it, or even the idea of it. And so I think she said the pamphlet sat on her dresser for like 2 months before she decided to actually try to order something and like see if it worked. And of course it ended up working. And so from that point on, many moons ago, she has been using CBD to treat her pain. That being said, that's the background story which you need to understand before I get into the story. That being said, a few months ago, maybe 6 months ago now, my mom was browsing and I guess an ad popped up. But this was not a regular ad. This was one of those ads that are going to defraud you. As you guys know, if you have a smartphone, your phone is constantly advertising stuff to you. It's constantly saying like, hey, why don't you shop here? Why don't you look at this on this website? Everything is an ad. And so that's kind of what was happening. Your phone registers and knows your habits and what you tend to purchase and stuff like that. And so I guess because our phones are tracking our every move, it gave my mom an ad for this CBD product. I guess she clicked the ad, which was blurry. The people that set up this website claim that Lisa LaFlamme, who is a news reporter here, well-known news reporter in Canada, that she is on these and she endorses them and blah, blah, blah. And so when my mom is telling me this story, when she realizes she's gotten got, when she told me this story, I'm like, Mom, but we literally watched the Marketplace about this kind of scam. Why did you do this? So on Marketplace, the scam was that there's these websites that will use celebrities and say celebrities are endorsing these products, and that's not the case. And the one they specifically talked about in this Marketplace YouTube video was, I think, a skin cream or something like that, endorsed by Ellen DeGeneres. But Ellen DeGeneres never endorsed this skin cream. They just used her face and lie. I don't know how they get away with this, but the people that run the business are millionaires. Like, they have made millions off of old people. I'm gonna see if I can find the link to this Marketplace so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But basically, it's a real website with either some kind of fake endorsement on it or a product that you get to try. And you basically just pay the shipping. And so you'll see it for waist trainers, you'll see it for perfume and makeup and blah, 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 blah. But this thing in particular was CBD gummies. And so my mom is thinking, oh, I want to try that. Like Lisa LaFlamme, she endorses it. Great. So my mom is doing a bit of reading on the website because they make the website as legit as possible. And then she goes and she's at the checkout, or she's filling in her information. However, she got distracted and didn't finish filling in her information. And before she even could put her phone down, she said, it rang. So she answers her phone. She's like, hello. And there's a woman on the phone basically telling her that she forgot to check out. And I'm like, Mom, what? What? Keep in mind, my mom didn't tell me this when it happened. We didn't realize she was getting scammed until maybe 6 months later, right? When stuff is showing up on her credit card bill. So she gets off the phone with the lady, and I guess it persuaded her to go back on and finish her order. So she, of course, puts in all her information, her shipping information, her credit card information, and she wants to try these fantastic CBD gummies. The other side of it is that what they do with these scams is they make a name that is similar to a well-known name, and it confuses the consumer. So that's a part of the scam. So I believe their brand that they attached to the gummies is Live Well. But it's not the Live Well that you're thinking of. It's a completely different thing. And so when my mom saw that, she's obviously thinking, oh, Live Well, that's a brand I know. Obviously, this is a good product. And this is why we got to take old people's cell phones at nighttime now. I always said that I would be like an old lady that watches infomercials and orders stuff in the middle of the night, because I always used to be up in the wee hours of the morning and infomercials would be on the TV. I'm like, oh, I want that. Oh, I want that. And next thing you know, I'm ordering an onion chopper and a magic bullet and a NutriBullet and a baby bullet. Like, you know, that's who I always pictured myself to be once I get up in age. But after living with my mom and seeing her go through some of these things, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not the life for me. Anyway, she orders the gummies because they look legit. Anyway, they're supposed to be CBD gummies. So she gets her first shipment, or she gets a shipment, and she thought that what she was doing was a one-time purchase. But the other scam on these websites is that there's like a clause, like a terms and conditions page that people never read. And when you're checking off that you read the terms and conditions, somewhere in there is going to say, this is a subscription, we are billing you for XYZ, and this is how they get away with it. So she fills out the information on the website, she checks out, and so now the scammers have not only her credit card information, which you obviously have to put the CV number in, and that's on the back of the card. They also have her address. So now they can use all her information, her name, her first name, last name, billing address, and now the credit card numbers. They can use that to purchase other things because it's not a real website. It's just a website to gather credit card information without doing too much work to get it, right? Once this happens, they also take that credit card information and they put it on the dark web or the deep dark web, and they sell it in a freaking cart to a bunch of people that are doing credit card fraud. And before you know it, your credit card is $16,000 in debt, and you're like, well, what? Wait a minute now. All I did was want some CBD gummies. So she gets the gummies and she looks at it and she's like, this is not what I ordered. I ordered CBD gummies. It was advertised to me as CBD gummies. What the hell is this? What is this? These say hemp oil gummies. And here's why. So in Canada, though it is legal here to smoke, to purchase weed or anything like weed, for the most part, there's still restrictions. You have to do it through certain channels. You can't just find some website online and order something that has CBD in it and expect it to show up at your door. The people that are creating these scams know that. So instead of sending their Canadian people, because I'm sure it's worldwide, they're getting this credit card information, instead of sending Canadian consumers the CBD product, they sell them the hemp one. My mom didn't ask for hemp, she asked for CBD. My mom also didn't ask to be scammed, but that's neither here nor there. They sent her the hemp gummies, and it says that you get 10 milligrams per gummy. She said she doesn't even remember how much she paid. But the package that it came in says that the value of this is $20. This says it is a dietary supplement There's 30 gummies in here. The package looks absolutely disgusting. Like, if I hold this close up, I don't know if you guys can see it. She never took one. It looks absolutely nasty. Like, this has been sitting on some shelf for I don't even know how long. It says supplement facts. One gummy contains 10 milligrams of hemp oil extract. The other ingredients in this are corn syrup, sugar from beets, water, gelatin, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors, pectin, vegetable oil, and carnauba leaf wax. And that's to prevent the sticking. Then the colors that they put in there are also listed. And this is distributed by Live Well from Miami, Florida. And there's a telephone number on here, 888-201-0028. So, the expiration for the gummies is January of next year. The suggested use on this bottle says, take one gummy during the day or at night. If desired, take additional gummies. Chew thoroughly before swallowing. Consult your healthcare provider before taking this supplement if you are pregnant or nursing or have any other medical concerns. Keep out of reach of children. Do not use if safety seal is damaged or missing. Store in cool, dry place. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. So here's my thing. These gummies don't even look like there's even hemp oil in them, and they don't smell like how I know other edibles smell, okay? There's a safety seal on it. I didn't even get into the scam yet. I'm gonna get there in a second. I just wanted to look at these with you guys. This just smells like freaking gummy bears, okay? Like, literally, this smells like, what's it called, gummy bears? What's the company that makes the really good ones with the gold package? They look like regular gummy. Should I lick it? Like, I'm not trying to die. This could be cyanide. Yeah, like, these are not real hemp CBD gummies. No, there's probably nothing in these. But that's neither here nor there. The real issue that we're faced with now is that this company, one, started charging my mom monthly for these pills, and they actually sent a second shipment. The first shipment came with 2 packs. The second shipment came with 1 pack of gummies, but then they stopped. Then we started looking at her credit card statement, and there started to be random things that should not be there on there. The reason that we knew that the issue is directly attached, or the scam is directly attached to this company, is because the charges are happening around the same time every month from the date that she first ordered. So it's like she has a monthly subscription. The only thing is, it's not coming out as Live Well. Now it's coming out as, or it was, not anymore, but it's coming out as there was a website for like a pillow, like $100 and something pillow, and the website looks just like one of these other scam websites, and it's like, we didn't order a friggin' pillow, and what is this? And so the pillow costs like almost $200. Like, really? Like, we don't have a Costco membership? Like, what? So the pillow costs $200, and it's on my mom's credit card statement. And so we start looking at her credit card statement, and we realize that there's actually fairly large purchases coming out every single month. They're small enough to not raise an immediate concern, but large enough when you're actually going through and add it all together, you're out thousands of dollars, because every single month they're taking here and there and they're pinching, but it's over $100 that they're pinching off of the credit card. And so we start looking at the statements, and we're like, Mom, these people have been taking your money and running to wherever they live, Miami, Florida. Okay, they are taking your money. And so we had to call the credit card company and tell them all the transactions that were not my mom's, and they had to issue her a whole new card. And this is the second time that my mom has had to do this. Last year, she had to be issued a new card. The card was compromised somehow. So this is the second card that they had to send her, and like, she gonna be a red flag soon, child, if people don't stop messing with old people's credit cards. To all the scammers out there, shame y'all to hell, okay? Stop preying on old people. And the gag is stop preying on people in general, because I almost actually fell into the scam the other day, and you guys are probably have already fallen into this scam, because just like this company with these fake CBD gummies that Lisa LaFlamme is apparently not taking, there's this makeup ad that kept popping up on my Instagram, to the point where I was like, I'm gonna try this, okay? But it was my experience with my mom's situation going on right now with these damn CBD gummies that let me know, oh, this ain't right. The other day, I got the ad again, and I'm like, you know what? I used to wear this makeup, so I thought, trickery, okay? I used to wear this makeup. Let me try this, because these people in these videos, there's black girls, white girls, Asian girls, all raving about this makeup in the little ad that they have going on. Because they're probably all in on the scam, okay? And I'm like, you know what? Let me try this, because I'm sick of seeing it advertised. I want to do a video about it. Girl. The makeup brand that I was thinking it was Illamasqua. And so I'm like, oh, that's a reputable brand. Like, they are well known. I know them. I've used them before. I want to try this new foundation and concealer. And so that's what I was going to do. So I click the ad and I start filling out the information, because it's like supposedly like some magic thing where you just answer this questionnaire and it knows your shade. But now when I think about it, I realize that they're guessing my shade because they know my shopping history on either Sephora or MAC, wherever I'm buying makeup from, whatever shades I tend to look at online. That's how they're gathering this information and using it to their advantage and tricking people that are unsuspecting, obviously. And so I fill out this questionnaire and they put this shade there and they're like, oh, this is your shade. And the questions that they asked me, it doesn't even make sense that they would know that they could know my shade. Like, it really didn't, other than like deep, right? Like, you pick one. So now I know for sure that it's because they have been studying my search history and my shopping history. And so they give me this foundation shade that I'm like, oh yeah, that looks like it's actually gonna match me. That's cool. And so I start putting my information in, but then it gets to the part where I'm about to put my credit card in, and it says basically that I'm not paying for the foundation. What they do is ship you the foundation, and if you don't like it, which we know you will, it literally says that, we will refund you your money. You can send it back to us and we'll refund you your money, but because we know you're going to like it, once you receive it and try it for 30 days, is it 30 or 60? You can try it out for this amount of time, and then we'll charge you the following month. But really, if you keep reading, you realize that they actually charge you 14 days from the day that you receive the product, if you receive the product. And so I'm looking at it's basically telling me right now you just have to pay like $6 shipping or something like that. And I was like, this don't sound right. This sounds like a scam. Mind you, the tutorials that they have in the ad look legit. So I get off of there. I was like, y'all is not about to get me. So I get off of there and I go on Google and I start searching if it's a scam. So I type in the company name, which is Maquillage or something like that, which is why my brain thought it was Illamasqua. And then I had to really sit there and be like, wait. When I went to the company's website, I'm like, this doesn't look like the company I think it is. So then I start typing in Illy on Google and I said, oh shoot, it's not called Illy Maquillage, it's called Illamasqua. And that's how they get you. Anyway, I'm like Googling and I see a forum basically of a girl saying, or multiple people, but saying like, it's a scam, do not buy, buyer beware, because one, they're charging my card now, but also they sent me the product and charged me earlier than they were supposed to. Also, they didn't send me the product. They charged me for the product before I received it. Bigger scams going on, y'all. Protect your cards, okay? Because these scammers are out here doing the most. They call my phone every day. Are you guys getting calls from that V number? Like V0018963 Like, there's these weird numbers that call us every single day. Or an 800 number will call. I'll be like, hello. They hang up. What are you doing? These people are calling with these heavy, heavy accents and saying that it's the CRA, which is the same as the IRS, is the CRA, and they have suspicious activity on my account and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, if y'all don't stop trying to scam people, I am actually sick. Anyway, I almost fell into the makeup scam trap, but then I realized that it's a scam, so I obviously didn't finish putting my information in. And to this day, every single day, they've been emailing me and telling me, hey, you didn't check out. Hey, there's a deal for you with this makeup. Girl, you is not getting my credit card information. Leave me alone. And now you's on front page, because what is this? Like, I'm so tired. But my mom got scammed by the drug dealer, girl. Not the drug dealer scam. They done sent her, what is that freaking company called? They done sent her some Haribo gummies up in here. Haribo gummy bears. I can't. I literally cannot deal. But yeah, that is for you guys to be aware. Don't be buying stuff that you see celebrities are endorsing, okay? Literally don't. Unless you see the commercial on your TV where the celebrity is in the commercial, like Serena Williams giving us a migraine commercial. Unless you see something like that, girl, and even when you see, still question it. Because I don't even really believe that these celebrities that endorse products for real are actually taking the products. Except for maybe Shaquille O'Neal and like Rick Ross. Wingstop is like, we know, okay? You know, we know that Diddy drinks Ciroc. We know. You know, there's certain things that celebrities endorse that you know they are legit and we are willing to try them. It usually is just alcohol. But if you see an ad for something online, do not purchase it, okay? Protect your parents, okay? Protect their wallets. Protect your inheritance, because that's what this really boils down to. That's what this really boils down to. These people is dipping into my inheritance by scamming my mama and making her have to put money where it's not supposed to be. What is that? Anyway, y'all, that is my little story on how my mom got scammed like one of them people on 90 Day Fiance with the catfish. Like, it's really frustrating dealing with scammers all the time. It's like you can't catch a break. Like, can we get a break from the scammers? It's giving broke. Like, it really is. In the comment section below, tell me if you had to get your parent out of one of these messes, because I actually was the person that had to talk to the credit card company and let them know, like, something is going on here, okay? It was a scheme set up by Todd, okay? Allegedly. Let me not before Todd tries to sue me, girl. Let me not. I don't want to get sued by Todd, child. You know the celebrities are going to start suing people because Cardi B done won $4 million. I'm not saying nothing about no celebrity ever again. Anyway, you guys, I love you all so much, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Did I tell you what to say in the comment section? I really don't even know. I was rambling.